Steve. That's right, Steve. Hey, Cosium.
Oh,
no!
Now you're gonna flood it with Steve.
Everybody say hi, Steve.
Steve.
Hey, Steve.
Pizza pancakes. Me likey.
Pizza pancakes.
I don't know, it just sounds good, man.
I am okay with this.
Yeah.
I wish to try this.
Steve.
Steve.
I'm getting a lot of Steve.
The internet has exploded.
There it is.
Do you want to saddle them with a last name, or
What, of my last name?
yeah?
I
Should
don't
we
care.
just do that?
Yeah, they can. I don't mind. I'll give them my Twitter handle and everything.
Hello, Mr. Steve.
Excellent.
You gonna pop that out there? Or do you want me to
What's
just?
your Twitter handle? Just
Dracogen, which is the name of my investment company. So Dracogen. I should do a little tweet right now.
You should. Just a little one. You wanna break it in?
You're Steve Dengler, right?
Dengler, D-E-N.
G-L-E-R.
That's me.
Hi, Paul.
Hey,
I'll do a hello world
back.
tweet.
I'm back.
Oh no. Oh wow, these are going by so fast. Who am I, Steve?
Oh, this is
That's a good
slow
question.
right now.
Go to, if you're wondering who I am, that's a really good question. Go to the website Dracogen. So I'll do it in airplane code. Delta Romeo Alpha Charlie Golf Echo November.
You left out Oscar.
I did.
Yeah.
I left out Oscar. You're right. I would have failed that.
Wow.
But Dracogen.com. I'm a co-founder of the website Exy.com. And I have an investment company that does all kinds of cool things. And I'm also one of the minds behind the Mega Cynics webcomic. Mega Cynics. My sister Ash, who you will know from LRR for a long, long time, is the other half of that equation. So there you go.
I think she was around here like yesterday.
Yeah, she was here last night, yeah.
Yeah.
I came in off
Yeah,
the...
he came in like.
Yeah, I was
really?
so zoned last night. I just got off the flight and I left this tube in the airport. I wasn't going to cop to it, but I did. I left this tube of goodness, and there's many awesome auction lots in here, so that would have been very sad if this had been
The
left in
airport,
the
airport employees wouldn't have known what to do with it.
Well, I
wouldn't
normally don't do
appreciate
this, but I sort of anticipated screwing up, so I put my name on the tube, and they didn't even put it in the lost and found. They just sort of, someone helpful picked it up, and we got there before anything bad happened, so it was very good. I was imagining it being taken away somewhere and blown up, right? Because, a big white tube in an airport, that's not a good thing, right? So
Seriously, dangerous fan memorabilia.
exactly. That'd be a good story, but kind of sad for the children. So.
It would be sad for the children.
But you'd left it in the Victoria
The
airport,
tube.
so
I know, Victoria. It's not exactly.
I'm pretty sure
right.
they don't
Detroit.
have to. I don't think they
we're
have
the
to
high
drop these
security
stuff.
airport.
Yeah. The tube state. If I start a company, will Dracogen invest in it? Typically, I only do outbound investing, so that's things that I become aware of through my own contacts. I'm sort of an outbound investor is what they call it. But that being said, we're kind of working on a secret project that could involve something like that. So if you follow me on Twitter, maybe in the next month or two, there'll be some sort of announcement about something like that.
What you're saying is you don't typically invest in random people you don't know on IRC.
Correct.
Typically.
But what I am saying
makes him a
is
smart businessman.
that might change in the future. So just stay tuned.
All right.
$50 on the tube. No, the tube's worth a lot more than $50. Well, you can have the tube when it's empty.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That's the tube. You'll have the tube.
Yeah,
that
we'll
has-
sign it. We'll all sign
Maybe
it.
you'll have like the residue of.
It'll also have
My
your
tube
number on
goes
it.
for
That could be
$50.
problematic.
It's got my personal cell phone number on the tube, so
That's
it's
gotta be
probably
worth
worth more than $50.
That may be worth more than $50 as well.
Dear Dr. LLR, if I send a bear against it,
I think they could
blow up the tube.
I think the bear would.
Oh, that's a
easily
good question. How is Ash Vickers when you're Dengler? That's a long story. Should I tell it or?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Sure, we got time.
Okay, so.
Yeah.
What else are we doing?
It's up to you.
100 hours left.
All right, that's a good question, and I'll tell you the answer. So actually, if you read Mega Cynics from the beginning, you'll sort of get a hint of that. Oh, sorry, man. Sorry. Oh, it's not as cushy when I'm not sitting on your fleece. So here's the deal. Ash is actually my long-lost half-sister that I haven't known for that long. And we're kind of separated at birth. I was given up for adoption, and she wasn't, and that's a lot of personal information, actually, for a random web crowd. But yeah, we just sort of bumped into each other a couple of years ago, and I'm about 20 years older than she is, and I felt sort of a paternal instinct or fraternal instinct to just sort of help her out to the best of my ability. So that's what I'm doing. Plus, we really get along. Plus, we really come from really different sort of experiences. You know what I mean? Like different geographies, different experiences. So it's really cool to get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
She's, in some ways, she's really kind of cool.
That is so the older brother comment.
Not many ways.
She's not here. I couldn't say
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Actually, she's pretty cool.
She's got some cool ink. I mean, you got to respect that.
Yeah.
Hey, just so you know, all this is being
I know.
recorded.
I know.
Okay.
I can deal with
You
it.
can send Ash a highlight reel.
Nah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's cool. I have a long lost sister too, actually.
Do you really?
I do.
I'm gonna answer that question in a second, but I want to hear the story. Where did the name Dracogen come from? That's good. Go ahead.
I actually just found out about her about 6 months ago.
Oh, that's cool.
She's 10 years older than I am. She actually lives in Chilliwack.
Same parents, same mother, same father.
Same mother.
Yeah. So Ash is technically a half sister, but you can't call someone a half sister. It's like being half pregnant or half cool, right? I mean, it's a sister or not. I mean, that's all there is to it. So. That's really cool. And so, have you met her yet? Have you
Not yet.
Oh man, it's an interesting. Well, I mean, it can go either way, right? It doesn't
Exactly.
necessarily have to be a good experience.
No, it's true.
But it's been very cool. I really have been enjoying it. So, where'd the name Dracogen come from? Good question. I guess I was going to say this is going to sound really geeky, but I'm on Desert Bus, so
Yeah, I don't think you need to
wearing
worry
a
about it.
Megazinix T-shirt, so I think I'm already in that
Welcome.
camp. Yes, exactly. I'm at home. I'm in the circle of trust. Back in university, one of the things I studied was Greek and Roman drama and literature. And if you read that, there's the warriors that were sewn from dragon's teeth, the Draconigen. So Cadmus sewed them, and where he sewed the dragon's teeth in the ground, warriors sprang up. And I always just liked the name, but Draconigen sort of sounded like a little long, so just chop a few little letters out of there, and you get Dracogen. And plus, it wasn't taken when I went to register Dracogen.com, which is also. But I used the handle for a few years before I.
So the name of your company is essentially Dragonborn.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to go over great with the Skyrim fans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go. And you know what's really kind of annoying though is because it's kind of like it's not a name you hear all the time, Dracogen. So I've used it as a handle for a long time. So I'll go to like certain sites that I haven't been on for a while, like I don't know, like MySpace or something, right? And I'll log in with Dracogen and realize it's not me. Someone else has I'm like, who the hell? All right, I mean now, sure, everyone knows it. It's been a few years I've been using it, and now I'm home Desert Bus talking about it. But like 2 years ago, I'm like, is this just me and I forgot my password, or is someone else randomly sort of stumbled upon this? Or anyway, Desert Bus Trilogy selling auction 709. Nice. Wow. Nice.
It's in there.
Dear Mr. Steve, does that make me a doc? Oh, dear Dr. Steve, does that make me a doctor now? Why am I a doctor?
You're automatically a doctor when you're on Desert Bus.
Oh,
Yeah.
Automatic.
Isn't it awesome?
You're just a doctor now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
They're not accredited, so I wouldn't
Yes.
give them a...
It's like a doctor
You
of
can't write prescriptions.
Desert Busology,
You
or
can, you
Yeah.
can give free medical advice.
Don't say that. People might take it to heart, and someone could die.
Oh, dear Dr. Paul, I'm back and ready for a Billy the Bear story.
Oh yeah.
Dear
Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Steve,
We're
can
supposed
one
to
of you
do-
say ostrich, please? Ostrich?
Ostrich?
Ostrich, 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 ostrich. Is this a drinking game? Are you drinking? Ostrich, 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 ostrich,
Now
ostrich,
you've
ostrich,
killed that
ostrich,
guy.
ostrich, 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 ostrich. Now,
Mongoose.
stomach pump.
Woo!
Cobra.
And there comes our
Wait.
doctor.
Okay. Stop naming animals. No. Stop it.
Where do you get all the awesome gifts from? That's a good question. A lot of them came, like I've been collecting games for years, so a lot of them came out of my collection. Some of them I got on eBay and Amazon when I decided to get some lots together. So I got some lots together for Desert Bus, and I just announced to Jamie Dillion at Child's Play that every single item that I got for Desert Bus, I also got for the Child's Play charity auction.
Oh really? That's
Awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, so completely duplicate, and but that's an in-person auction, so it's kind of a little less accessible. So I've just been collecting them for a while. I know I have some friends in the gaming industry, friends and acquaintances, and I just use this as an excuse to send some games down, get them to sign them, and send it back. And it was actually a surprising amount of work. I'm sure you guys know that, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize it's an actual lot of work. It's not a lot of work all at once. It's just a little trickle of something always going on, and something wasn't sent to the right place, and somebody didn't do something they needed to do. Like, it just never ends. So, stomach pump. Do I have someone asked me if I have my instrument rating. I don't have my instrument rating. I'm working on it, though. Who is your favorite pony? Are we talking My Little Pony ponies or just?
My
Yes.
Little Pony.
Yeah, My
Yeah.
Little Pony ponies.
Can I make one up?
Yes.
Yes.
Please do.
I have 2 boys. I don't have any girls, so I'm woefully ignorant in the ways of My Little Pony.
That never stopped Matt or Crows.
No.
I'm gonna have to think about it. Is there? There's
don't
got to
know.
be like a dragon pony, like dragon
Well,
ponies.
there are dragons in the
Say
series,
Spike.
yes.
Just
There's
say
the
Spike.
dragon.
But
Spike doesn't sound hardcore enough. I want someone like
It's not even a
He's a-
pony, though.
Impala.
Well,
There you go.
Impalo.
There's a character that's a mix of all these different animals called Discord, and he's voiced by Q from Star Trek Next Generation.
John
Delancey. Yep. So
Who also did Trius in Planescape Torment.
correct.
Bam.
And he was recently in Torchwood for the newest
Trials.
season.
Yes, Torchwood. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Torchwood.
Yeah. I don't watch much TV anymore, but
And actually,
I wish I could watch more. Yes.
The new My Little Pony series
Yes.
has a Doctor Who pony in it.
Ah, very cool.
Actually,
There's a TARDIS on it.
Planescape
No.
Torment is one of the things
Yeah.
that's going to be.
It's even there. Right
Ooh.
now. It is. Now, I was going to sort of open them up when Kathleen was here, but I could just start opening them up. I don't know. Like, who's doing merch in her absence?
Well,
Oh,
they,
whoa, what just
and
happened?
I just tapped the. I think it's just.
So move the mouse.
Apparently, our iTunes library does not contain any songs with artwork.
Damn.
Did you know that?
It's probably the artwork screensaver.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, over here. Okay, I can do that. Every few minutes, I can move the mouse. I have a job, folks.
Yeah.
I move the mouse. I'm
Yeah,
the mouse
maybe
mover.
let's not open them unless they have lot and ID
Yeah,
numbers.
just-
Yeah.
Because
I don't know
let's
when-
What's
not
my blood
screw
pressure
with the
right now?
system.
Yeah, I think because they haven't been entered yet. Or
No,
something.
they're in the back end.
They're in the back.
Are
yeah.
they?
Yeah.
But I don't know when.
What is Steve's
do we
cutie
know
mark?
when Kathleen's going to.
It's a cutie mark.
It's the thing that goes on the
It's
side.
not
of
a
the
big
pony.
deal. He can start showing stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
There's no
I
reason
think
he
a
can
symbol
do.
of
He
some
can't.
sort.
Well, I could be my Dracogen symbol. Could
Sure.
be. If you go to the Dracogen website, there's like a little dragon symbol in the sea, which it's funny when I did some financing for Double Fine for Costume Quest, and I don't want to say the wrong thing because I financed more than has been released, and if I say the wrong thing, then it's going to be a spoiler. So I financed so far
Psychonauts
Costume
was announced.
Quest and Psychonauts. Yes, thank you. I was going to say something else that is not public knowledge yet. Anyway, so I think it was Lee Petty there. I think. Don't get me wrong if you're watching, Lee. I'm sorry if I got you incorrectly. But they made like a little animated Dracogen that sort of breathes fire and makes a funny little noise, and that's so yeah, that's a cool logo too. It's like Space Alert. Someone has to move the mouse around. Oh yes, I'm successful at making Steve say a silly question out loud. I'm very easily baited in that respect. Did you know the LRR crew before Desert Bus? Not a lot before Desert Bus. I knew them through Ash. Ash had talked about them many times. But about a year ago, at the Child's Play charity auction, the one that Penny Arcade does, I bought Harrison Crick's portal gun. So if you Google it, like portal gun charity auction, you'll see what I'm talking about. And I did it by proxy. So Valve kept the portal gun for me at the Valve studios. So then I flew Ash out to Toronto, and then, not personally, but then we got in my plane, flew down to Seattle, picked up Harrison Cricks, the artist, who's an awesome guy, and then flew diagonally across the continent to Seattle. Now, we didn't make it across the Rockies because the weather was too bad, but we made it almost all the way, and then we flew the last little hop on a commercial flight. But it was like this giant road trip with Harrison Cricks, and he had made a new portal gun for Valve, which he was delivering. So we had Ash and Harrison and a new portal gun with Gladys the Potato on it. And we flew out. And we eventually made it out to Valve. They gave us the Royal Tour. We spent a day at Valve. We saw some stuff before it was released. It was so awesome. Went to Penny Arcade, did a visit there, and we came out here and did a visit here with the portal gun. It was funny, though. That reminds me of a story. When we were coming diagonally across the States, we flew right over Mount Rushmore and in the plane. And actually, if you go to the Megacynics Facebook site, so it's just facebook.com/Megacynics, you'll see pictures of it. We circled around Mount Rushmore, and the plane has an audio system. And of course, what soundtrack do you think I was blasting full blast? Team America World Police. As we flew around Mount Rushmore in the plane, it was awesome.
Did any of them have like a bald patch on the?
I kept waiting for the jets to come shooting out of them. It was pretty awesome. The best part, though, was when I think we made it to Great Falls. We made it all, like 90% of the way to Seattle. But then we got weathered out, and we really had to get there, so we just took a commercial flight for the last hour, half an hour flight. of course, that meant we had to take the portal gun through security. We actually had to get the portal gun and put it through security. Now imagine a resin cast of a kind of weapon-looking thing full of wires and batteries and everything, right? So this has to go through security. So we went up to the TSA.
It's got like LED lights.
Oh,
sounds.
No, just ridiculous, right? So before we bought the tickets, we went to the TSA and sort of said, look, here's what we've got. Or is there any chance in hell that they're going to let us through? And the guys were like, well, we'll X-ray it and see what happens. Harrison had actually, a friend of his had sent him an email the night before because I guess he was following the progress on, we were tweeting it and stuff like that. And he said he'd made a Ghostbusters proton pack that had gone through security. And we thought, well, if you can get a proton pack through security, you've got to get a portal gun through security. So they've got, actually, it's funny. You know what, I'm going to...
What you do is you do a portal on one side of the security.
Well, I wish I had $1. Yeah. Actually, it's funny because when I told this story, I did the Double Fine Action Cast a week and a half ago. When I told this story to Tim and Ron, that's exactly the thing they said, right? Because it pops up. I don't know. Can we put links through to show the like a specific picture?
Yeah,
like,
you can throw them up on the bottom part there.
I'll see if I can.
Like they have the
like a link to the picture of this portal gun going through the TSA.
You can just hilarious. Put it up in the link to it in the bottom.
Yeah, I can. If you have a link somewhere.
You'd have to go onto here. I'll show you. If you pop a window open and go to the Facebook page, Facebook/Megacynics.
Okay.
And do you want me to do it?
Well, we can't show them.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell people.
If you got it on your iPad, you can put it in a document scanner. We can show them on a document scanner.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or can I email someone a link? Or you know what? Here's what I'll do. I'll tweet it. I'll tweet the link on my Dracogen Twitter feed, DRACOGEN, and you can go to it. So let me just do that now. So when this thing went through security, it went through the X-ray. All the TSA people came around and were looking at the screen. And then it came out, and of course they had to search it and swab it and stuff like that. And the supervisor came over as we were opening up the box, as they were opening up the box, and Harrison is, of course, this is his baby, right? So he's really worried, and he's like hovering over it, and the manager comes over and says, if they touch it, arrest them. And in the most deadpan, like I'm not screwing around voice. So we got a lot of this. Actually, I'm surprised they let me take pictures, but I was kind of sort of just popping out and taking them with my iPhone with the mute on, so it wasn't necessarily obvious that I was taking pictures. I'm surprised they actually let me do it. Anyway, there's a million good stories. So that's all in answer to the question, did I know Lure before Desert Bus? I knew of them, and then last year when we had the portal gun here, I came by and we visited. I think we did a little bit of a video shoot that we thought may or may not ever use someday.
I think we still have that.
Yeah, we never use that.
Use it. We keep using. We keep doing other videos and stuff, but we really need to use that.
Yeah. Wow.
And there's videos I believe up on one of the Facebook sites of Graham and I.
Yes, there were some great shots.
Stuff, yeah.
There was some, because they gave us a lot. They gave us Valve gave us these. Besides a bunch of swag, they gave us these really nice custom-made, like not available in the Valve store, lab coats, like full-length lab coats with the Aperture Science logo on them. And you should go to Megacynics on Facebook and look at. There's a whole gallery there of our portal trip pictures. It's that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to tweet that gallery right now. But that was a good trip. And and actually the pictures of you guys are in that gallery. Yeah, absolutely. So.
Elman Shaw just said that about the Desert Bus book trilogy. Still at $709. You got 10 minutes left on that one. So that's the Desert Bus Choose Your Own Adventure book.
So what happens? They're bidding on a lot, and if it goes above,
this is actually pretty amazing. It's a book.
It's a 3-volume book.
3-volume book in which, like, you open it up and there's a picture of the Desert Bus screen.
Oh, cool.
And it says, if you want to go left, go to this page. If you want to go, and so then you turn to that page and it says, like, okay, now what do you want to do? Do you want to go left or do you want to do that? And it's like 500 pages worth that it goes through, and it actually does like the day-night transition properly at the right time and the thing, and the bug splat happens and stuff.
That's crazy.
It's amazing.
Pretty amazing.
It's
and
amazing.
there's a book for going to